Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Colourpop's new Hyaluronic Creamy Concealers. I'm super excited to give this a try because it's gonna be very dry skin friendly in my opinion because it is infused with coconut water and hyaluronic acid, which is known to be really good for hydrating your skin. Colourpop was really nice enough to send me a whole bunch of shades, as you guys can see here. So it says right here that the Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer is gonna be a full coverage creamy concealer that it instantly brightens the skin for a fresh natural finish that lasts all day. It's infused with hyaluronic acid and coconut water to hydrate the skin, and it's available in 30 different shades. It says here that it's gluten-free, oil-free, paraben-free, and is ideal for all skin types. I really feel like it's the natural finish that really helps make it good for all skin types, because if it was matte or dewy, it wouldn't work for, you know, either opposite of the spectrums for skin, right? So I feel like that's gonna be really good. I got new lighting and I'm so excited about it. I got a softbox light kit off Amazon and it finally came in the mail, so I definitely wanted to reshoot this video for you guys so that you guys can really see the concealer and how it performs on my skin. Hopefully you guys are okay with it being later because you can see the makeup looks so much better with these lights. I'm so excited to film this video because it's like a fresh start, new lighting, fresh start, if you know what I mean. And we get to try a new product as well. Okay, so I'm gonna stop rambling so that we can get into this review, and you guys already know the drill. I'm gonna zoom you guys in closer and we can get into this beat. So the first thing that I want to do is swatch a few shades on my cheek before I go in with primer or anything, because then we would just have to wipe our primer off, which would be annoying, you know what I mean? So we're gonna swatch a few shades and see what shade would be a good concealer match for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and test out the medium dark to dark section. I feel like that's where I'm gonna find my shade. I'm gonna go ahead and pick out the shades that are ending with W because that stands for warm, and I definitely have a more warmer skin tone. Okay, so right over here I have 5 shades in the concealer that are all warm undertones, and this is ranging from the medium dark to dark category, as well as 1 shade that is in the deep category. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch them and see which one works. Now the lightest shade that we have over here is medium dark 115W. I'm gonna swatch that first. I love that this concealer has a very yellow undertone, but it's definitely too bright. I feel like that would definitely give me a lot of flashback if I were to take photos or anything. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch another shade. Now the next shade I have here is medium dark 120W. So let's see how that looks. Not mad at that. It's not too bad. So I'm gonna go in with the next shade, medium dark 145W. Now this is the shade that I really think is gonna be a good match for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a try. I feel like that is really close to the concealer shade that I use right now with Too Faced. That so far is the #1 contender for me. So the next shade that I have over here is part of the dark category, and this is dark 158W. So that's what that looks like. That is definitely too dark in my opinion for a concealer, so I probably will not be using that. And just for the sake of it, I'm gonna swatch the 1 deep shade that is part of the warm category for you guys. This is deep dark 190. So I'm gonna just see what that looks like. Those are all the shades. I definitely feel like medium dark 145 is the winner for me. I'm gonna use that as my concealer shade. I really wanted to try cream contouring today just for the sake of the video and just to make use of some of the other concealer shades. I normally don't ever cream contour. I honestly just prefer going in with a powder bronzer, you know what I mean? But for the sake of the video and since we have so many shades to try, I thought why not go ahead and do the absolute most today and see if I kind of like cream contouring. Maybe I might find something that I never knew that I might like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to swatch some of the other deep neutral shades just to see if I like it better for a contour shade. So I'm gonna try deep dark 200 neutral. And then the next shade I have is deep dark 205N. This is probably the darkest I would go. And those are what those 2 shades look like. I don't know, I don't feel like I would use this to contour with. On me, I probably will go in with a neutral. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and take a wet wipe and wipe this all off. So now I'm gonna go ahead and prime my skin, and I'm gonna go ahead with my Too Faced Hangover Primer, and this is the major primer. This is like that huge big size I was telling you guys about that I got in PR. It's massive. This is one of my all-time favorite primers. If you have dry skin and you've never tried this before, I'm telling you, don't sleep on this primer. Your skin needs it in your life, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead with a little bit of that. So now it's time for foundation, and the foundation I'm going to be using today is by Nude Sticks. This is their tinted cover foundation, and I'm in the shade Nude 7.5. As you guys can see, I've been using this foundation like crazy. I'm almost finishing it, which is crazy because I've just been loving how natural the finish is. And normally I used to always try to go for like a more fuller coverage foundation, but now I'm starting to love my skin showing through on my foundation. I'm going to go ahead and actually take it with this blending sponge by Colourpop. They actually sent it in with their concealers, and I'm super excited to try this as well because I've never tried a sponge from them before, so I'm really curious to see if I will love it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and distribute the foundation evenly across my face, and then I'm just gonna go ahead with this Colourpop sponge and start to blend it out. I kind of feel like the sponge is like literally right in the middle between Beauty Blender and Real Techniques. It's not as soft as the Beauty Blender, but it's not as like hard, I feel like, as the Real Techniques sponge. It's blending out my foundation very flawlessly, but at the same time I am using a very like sheer coverage foundation today, so I'm not sure how it would blend with a more fuller coverage foundation. Maybe I will test it out for you guys in my next video to see how it performs with a more fuller coverage foundation. And now it's time for the moment of truth. We're gonna test out the concealer. I honestly feel like I have pretty bad dark circles. I'm really hoping this concealer comes through and kind of hides that. And this is in the shade Medium Dark 145 that I told you guys would be the best match. And I honestly, now that I'm applying it, I'm 100% convinced that this is the concealer shade for me. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and take more of the concealer underneath my eyes because I feel like that's where I need the most amount of coverage. And now to contour, I'm gonna go ahead with the shade Deep Dark 200N. I feel like 205 was definitely gonna be too dark, so I'm gonna take a little bit of that on my nose, pretty much the exact same way I do with my powder contour. And then I'm gonna take some on my forehead. Then I'm gonna take some on my cheeks. I'm looking all kinds of crazy right now, but we're gonna start blending it out and hopefully it comes out good. I'm gonna go ahead with my Beauty Blender to blend that out. So far, I honestly am really liking this. I feel like it's blending out to be a very beautiful, natural finish. I don't feel like it's looking too crazy. Maybe I've been sleeping on cream contouring. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys have energy to do this? I feel like it's a lot of steps, and that's coming from me who does full face glam, guys. So I don't know. I feel like it's a whole bunch of steps. I don't know if I have the patience to do this all the time. And then I'm gonna go in with the other end of the sponge and start to blend out my concealer. I feel like it's set long enough, so we should be getting that full coverage that they're saying we're supposed to get. So my first thoughts already is that I kind of feel like the coverage is not full. And as you guys saw, I let it set for a while, so the coverage should be there. I can see some hints of gray still from my under eyes, and with how much concealer I went in with, that shouldn't be happening. Now with some concealers, you can definitely get that full coverage if you go in with a color corrector underneath. So maybe this concealer just needs to be paired with a color corrector and it would work. But right now, I kind of feel like it's a medium coverage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to set my under eyes with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just gonna pick up some of that on this sponge and just start to pack it in. And I'm just gonna go ahead and right away just wipe that away because I don't like to bake because I have drier skin, and I just feel like that is a no-go if you have drier skin. And then next I'm gonna go in with some bronzer, and I'm gonna take my Bobbi Brown bronzer. This is their bronzing powder in the shade Deep. Next, I'm gonna go in with some blush, and I'm gonna go in with my Cover FX monochromatic blush duo in the shade Warm Honey. You guys already know this is literally my favorite blush. I think it's like the only blush that I use, I'm not gonna lie. I just love the natural flush of color that this blush gives. It's so pretty. And since we are doing a Colourpop review, it's only right that I use a Colourpop highlighter, and this is by far my ultimate favorite highlighter. This is Colourpop's Evil Queen Fairest of Them All Super Shock highlighter, and it's part of their Disney Villains collection. I'm obsessed with this highlight. It's the most beautiful shade of gold, so I'm just gonna go ahead with some of that. You know what? Since I'm feeling extra, I'm just gonna take a little bit on top of my forehead as well. I feel like doing the most today. And then I'm gonna blend it out or blend it in so that it's more subtle with my bronzer brush. Pretty much with whatever excess powder is left on my bronzer brush. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and set my face using my Too Faced Hangover Setting Spray. So now I'm gonna go ahead and finish the look off with some lipstick, and I'm gonna be mixing 2 lipsticks today. The first one I'm gonna go in with is by MAC, and this is their satin lipstick in the shade Photo. I'm gonna help turn it into an ombre kind of like nude brown lip by combining it with my Nabla Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Lust. These two have become my new favorite combo, guys, to the point that as you can see, this lipstick is pretty much done. That is the lip. What do you guys think? I am obsessed with this combo. I feel like this is my new favorite nude. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. RIP to my hijab, but it is what it is. So my final thoughts on Colourpop's Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer is that I really do love it. I feel like underneath my eyes it's so smooth and buttery, guys. Like, I'm obsessed. I feel like I'm definitely gonna incorporate this into my regular makeup rotation. It does not crease at all. Like, my under eyes look so hydrated. Overall, what would I rate it? I would definitely rate it a 9 out of 10. I personally don't feel like it's full coverage. I would call it medium coverage. Now, I feel like it did cover my under eyes very well, but if I already set it right now and I can still see the grayness underneath my eyes, imagine if I were to wear it for a longer period of time. You know what I mean? That's just my honest opinion. I feel like you could get the full coverage if you do wear a color corrector underneath, but to call it a very full coverage, I feel like I shouldn't have to do any color correcting or anything, and you should be bam, on point. I should look well rested and snatched. That's just how I feel. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys have tried it before, let me know how you guys feel about it as well. So that's my final sign off. If you guys enjoyed this review, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you guys turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. If you're new to my channel, I upload every Thursday and Sunday. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button and join our family. We are on the road to 5K. I'm super excited about that. And like always, I'll see you guys in my next video.